Hey, hello, and welcome to the eighth episode of Goals Driven Life channel. I'm Ravi, your host. Many of you might be losing patience on why I have not yet begun talking about the real goal setting process. Well, I'm going to disappoint you for a bit longer, and this is because all goal setting efforts without laying a solid foundation would eventually fail. So all I can ask you for is a little more patience. So Roy Disney, founder of Disney, once said, "It's not hard to make life decisions when you know what your values are." So what do you mean by values? Ever since I was a little child, wherever I heard someone say, "He's a man of integrity" or "She's a woman of integrity," I always saw the person in admiration. But I was never sure what makes a man of integrity. Does following traffic signals make you a man of integrity? Does paying taxes on time make you a man of integrity? Not bribing makes you a man of integrity. I was confused. So much later in life, I have sort of found a reasonable explanation of what it means to be a person of integrity. And that's what I'm going to talk about that in this episode. So most times while pursuing life goals, we often find ourselves in a crossroads that forces us to take difficult decisions. We are often faced with large and small decisions that affect our lives and lives of people around us. So as you grow up in life, decisions come to us at a faster and faster rate. And many times at any given point of time, we feel the stress of many conflicting and competing decisions. And it is then that you need tools to be able to make the right decisions and help you come out of your dilemma. If you do not have the right tools to make the right decisions, then you might put yourself in grave risk. Case in point, Jeffrey Skilling. Does the name ring a bell? Jeffrey Skilling? If not Jeffrey, then Enron must ring a bell. Yes, the infamous Enron scandal. And Jeffrey was the CEO of Enron. So I was reading about Jeffrey Skilling in a book by Clayton Christensen, the management guru. And the book was titled, "How Will You Measure Your Life?" I'm going to do an episode on that book later, a very, very important book. But this is what Clayton said about Jeffrey in his book. And he said, Jeffrey was a good man. Clayton knew Jeffrey. He was a friend of his, and he said he was smart, he worked hard, he loved his family, and he had been one of the youngest partners in McKinsey and Co. And later went on to earn more than $100 million in a single year as Enron's CEO. But simultaneously, Jeffrey's private life was not as successful. His first marriage ended in divorce. He was convicted on multiple federal felony charges relating to Enron's financial collapse. So something had clearly sent him off in the wrong direction. But Jeffrey is just one of the many such examples of people who achieved ambitious goals in their lives, reached the zenith of success, but got trapped after making wrong decisions in life. And there's a clear reason why they made wrong choices. When we set out to achieve our goals at the cost of our values, we dig our own graves. And often the world is full of competing values and principles, and everyone around is living out of certain values. So if you don't get clear about your personal values, you will always be living in reaction to choices and values of other people around. So either others' values will shape your life, or your reactions to their choices will shape your life. But the problem is, if you live like that for long, life will soon seem meaningless and hollow. And the most precious tool that you can fall upon when you find yourself in crossroads like this is to have your own set of personal core values. So what do you mean by personal core values? Your personal core values define who you are and what matters to you as an individual. Ideally, your values establish where you invest your time, your energy, and your limited resources. And there's a key difference between personal core values and goals. So, goals are accomplishments that you aspire to. And once you have reached your goal, you mark it as done and set out on a course for a new goal. Values, on the other hand, are about how you consciously choose to show up every day in your relationships, at work, how you navigate your life. And values are something that you commit to every day. And it's a lifelong practice. Committing to your values is a lifelong practice. And only when you have known and honored your core values can you live a more rich, intentional, and fulfilling life. So, one of the important characteristics of most successful leaders and top people in their game in any areas of life is that they know who they are and what they believe in and what they stand for. Average people are usually confused about their goals, about their values, and about their ideals, and as a result, they go back and forth and unable to accomplish a lot in their life. So, men and women who become true leaders, on the other hand, with the same or even fewer abilities, go on to accomplish greater things in life, whatever they attempt. The idea being, most part of your life is lived from the inside out. The inside is your very core, your personality, which is your values. So your values are what makes you the person you are, and everything you do on the outside is determined by your values inside. Whether they're clear or fuzzy, but it's determined by what you have inside. So the greater clarity you have regarding your values on the inside, the more precise and effective will be your actions on the outside. So how do you define your personal core values? You could do it in various ways. One is you reflect and answer a specific set of questions, like make a list of your most 3 to 5 important values in life today. What do you really believe in? What do you really stand for? What qualities and values are you best known for today among the people who you know? And what do you consider to be the most important values guiding your relationships with others in your life, in your day-to-day life? What are your values regarding money and financial success? And you could also describe your picture of an ideal person, the person you would most want to be if you had no limitations, no restrictions. So write, the other exercise is also writing your own obituary. What is it that your friends and family members would read out when you die? How would how would you be remembered by them? And once you have clarified your values, revisiting your values at least once per year is very important. And for the last few years, I have tried to review my values, especially on my birthdays. So clarifying your core values is such an important life work. You know, it is such a satisfying, fulfilling, and enriching way to live if you can genuinely say that you are living in alignment with the things that are most important to you. And this is what integrity is. I started with what integrity was, and this is what it is. In the Life Reset Retreat, we walk you through the steps and help you clarify your own core values in one of the first workshops. So we have several workshops in the retreat, and one of the first ones is to clarify your core values. But if for some reason you are not able to attend the live retreat, I will be conducting an online Clarify Your Core Values workshop in the first week of November. So it will be a 4 hours session split into 2 days of 2 hours each. And I'll be picking 6 participants for this workshop. So if you're interested, please leave your email IDs in the link that is posted in the description section of YouTube. Also, subscribe to the newsletter through which I will be announcing all my upcoming workshops. So you can go to the website goalsdrivenlife.com and subscribe there. And if you like this episode, please consider subscribing to my channel. When more people subscribe to the channel, my videos appear in searches for larger audience, and hence I could reach out to more people. Also, why don't you join our Facebook group of more than 300 people now who engage in rich conversations every day? I think it would be a cool place to be in. That's all for now. I'll be back with another episode soon. And yes, we'll be talking about goal setting next. That's all I have for today. See you again soon. Bye-bye.